Carl here again, Metroplex Realty, and welcome to our lending office. So we do finance in-house with our business partners, just another service we provide to the real estate agents at Metroplex Realty. I highly encourage that if you're not able to get your financing done, at your brokerage, that you consider joining Metroplex Realty. One of the things that all my finance people do, and there's 5, is they handle all of our real estate leads. So all the leads that come in, if your brokerage isn't handling those leads and those follow-ups for you, why not have someone in-house who's a specialized salesperson on the telephone to follow up and get your leads qualified? It's a great resource for the realtors that join Metroplex Realty. I've hired over 125 realtors this year, and so if you're interested in knowing more about Metroplex Realty, I consider giving me a call and be happy to go over things with you. This week I want to go over, and this is day 2, 3 more things that highly effective real estate agents that I do, that other real estate agents I highly recommend that you consider in your careers. And number 4, to follow up from yesterday, is kind of know your procrastinations. I think that one of the things, if you watched yesterday's video, that's so important is when you identify and you use your calendar. Like everything I do, I literally wake up and my secretaries have access to my calendar. So I never know what I'm doing. I just wake up in the morning and I put all the things that I've scheduled and then all the things my secretaries have scheduled for me. So when I go through the day, I just hit boom, 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 and I go through all the things that I needed to get taken care of. But you'll very quickly, before you have assistants to help you with your calendar and you start doing it yourself, you'll very quickly realize that if you are going to take care of all the things necessary to run your real estate career, that you'll find, okay, what did I procrastinate on during the week? One of the things that I've always prided myself on, that I was taught by my parents, is to always be evaluating yourself. Always look at the things that you're doing as a professional, as a great person, as an individual is what I was going to say. And you'll find that each week you'll look at it and say, wow, I really procrastinated. I didn't get this done or I didn't get that done. That could be anything from I didn't go to the gym to, oh man, it's been 3 weeks or it's been 3 months. I haven't got a haircut. Or man, I didn't see my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, whatever it might be at all this week, okay? And very quickly you can identify, and it's important to be humble and true to yourself to understand and know what your procrastinations are. So say, for example, you find that, wow, I didn't work out at all because I did Carl's technique where I scheduled everything and I didn't put any workout time in there. And you'll find many times that it's not that you didn't put time in there, it's that maybe you were procrastinating. And look for those things, because if you have to, sleep in your gym clothes, put your shoes by the edge of the bed, and then before you go to bed, put your alarm clock or your iPhone, if that's your alarm, whatever your smartphone is, put that like on the other side of the room so it forces you to get up, and then your workout clothes are there, you're in your workout clothes, you can go to the gym. Or, schedule time. Make sure that you make a dinner reservation, if you want to spend more time with family or your significant other, doing those things, or if you have kids, whatever it might be. So those things are really important, and I always like to look at what are my procrastinations. That's the sign of anybody that's a good leader that helps train and mentor and make other business professionals better. Is you want to know yourself. You want to know what your procrastinations are. So many leaders actually try to lead others, and then they never actually identify or help the person identify what those procrastinations might be or what those issues are, and then that person fails without any support. So make sure you watch that for yourself, especially because other people will be looking up to you, especially if you have a team, or if you want to have a team in the future and you want to be successful, not just fill a role, then that's something that is very, very effective for you, yourself, and your team. So with that, let's look at number 5. And know that with all that being said, you'll never finish. Whether you decide to work 10, 12, 14-hour days, there's always more to do. And so what you should do is you should decide, okay, I'm going to work 12 hours a day, I'm going to work 4 hours a day, I'm going to work 3 days a week, I'm going to work 18 hours a day. Whatever it is, just know that you need to go home when you're tired, not when you're done. It's one of the reasons why I highly recommend the workout. Working out is so important. I also highly recommend vitamins and making sure that you're healthy. You also have to have enough sleep in order to fit your goal. Don't say to yourself, like I work often 14, 16 hours some days. But in order to accomplish that, I can't go out drinking or partying the night before. I can't, I have to make sure that my body's in check and that I'm getting the proper sleep in order for me to fulfill those goals. And it does no good to be here for 12 hours if you're yawning all day long and exhausted. That just doesn't help anyone, right? So know that. And number 6 is always use a notebook. I always have, now I use my calendar, I keep it electronically because my assistants and secretaries have to be able to edit it and update it and fill it with appointments and those things. However, highly, highly recommend, especially if you're new to real estate, using a notebook, going through that notebook, And with that, everything that you think of that you need, write those notes down. Because at the end of the day, you can say, oh, wow, I came up with this really great idea. I almost forgot about it. When do I want to work on it? You know, one of the things that's so foreign to many entrepreneurs and business owners is, you know, a lot of the time I have to be thinking, what am I going to do as a business owner? What are we going to do as a company? And you have to sit there and think about those things. And so oftentimes I might go walking around, or I might, you know, schedule 2 hours to go, you know, sit at the coffee shop and just, you know, be thinking about, okay, where are we? Where's the business strategy going? What does our numbers look like? Where do we need to do over this first quarter? Those types of things are really important. It all is going to go back to self-evaluation, but you have to schedule some time in there as well if you're going to do this method to be effective in terms of looking at your schedule and reflecting on how things have gone in order to improve. So make sure you do those 3 things. Remember, if you have questions, schedule something on the mentor panel with me, and we'd love to work with you again. If you're not with Metroplex Realty, we'd love to work with you. But otherwise, let's have an amazing, it's a holiday week, so be safe out there, and I'll see you guys.